Hey, welcome to Ask. I'm Pastor Jamie. We got one of our church elders, leaders here with me, Darren, who was on with us last week. And got a lot of great feedback about that episode, you know. Yeah. And so this week I thought it'd be good. A lot of people say, hey, we need to get to know our elders better. So this is called Darren Unplugged. He does not know what I'm going to ask him. I'm going to ask him some questions, and he has to answer in a sentence or less. That's going to be really hard for Darren, as it would be for me. He does not know the questions, so we'll see what happens here. All right, are you ready?
I guess.
All right, we're going to do this on Ask. All right, Darren, if you were to say, my most frustrating thing about being a church elder is?
Being judged by people who don't really know the context of the decisions you have to make.
Ooh, he's pretty good at this, huh? That's good. Best advice to a man about to get married is?
I won't say don't do it, so I'll say work hard and love her well.
Woo! You'll like to hear that, right? Number 3, the Yankees are?
Who?
Number 4, God's view on sex is?
He created it and loves it, just in the right context.
In the right context. Marriage? I assume you think?
Yeah.
Between a man and a woman?
Absolutely.
Considering last week's episode?
Yeah.
All right, if you didn't see that, you should check it out. All right, number 5. The thing I would change about church goers, so not necessarily Christians, but people who typically go to church, and not even necessarily our church, but church goers is, the thing I would change about them is. See, this is where he could get himself in trouble.
I really would like to see people either commit or stop pretending.
Right. Commit or get out. Commit in lots of ways, right? The best movie ever is? we know you quote A Few Good Men all the time.
Yeah, I have a hard time not going with the Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank. All right. Crawl through the... All right. That's more Dazed and Confused. All right. Favorite aspect of being a church elder is? See if you can find one. Working with Jamie is so
Can I
great.
poll the audience?
Go ahead.
Anyone old enough to remember Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I'd say when you have people who it kind of clicks, they get it, and they get on fire for the Lord, and you see that,
Yeah.
it's very fulfilling.
Right, and they have an idea, and they just take off with it, and you're like, wow, I didn't even have to really do anything.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Yeah, exactly. Best cartoon ever is? Not really a big cartoon guy, but
Yeah, that's a...
go back to your... What cartoons did you watch before This Week in Baseball?
My mother-in-law might disown me, but I'll say the Smurfs.
Smurfs! Love that. The best reason to be a parent is? You got 3 little ragamuffin girls.
The best one?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, when I get old, I got people to take care of me.
That's a good idea. Hopefully. You really think Catherine's going to do that? Better
No, faith.
Bake on
That's
faith.
why I had to have 3.
How about the best reason to not be a parent? Like if someone's like, yeah, should I do it or not?
Well, if you have any trouble with selfishness, don't be a parent, right? I mean, it is the crucible of suffering to learn that it's not about you, it's about them.
Well, it's 2.5 sentences, but we'll take it. All right, that's all right.
There was a semicolon in there.
This one, I really like this one. My wife, Haley, is... You can give us a funny one and a serious one if you want. Told you we were going to get them divorced.
She's an amazing mom and teacher. We'll go with that.
That is true. That is true. And in case she was actually trying to watch this episode, Haley, pay attention. Wake up. Say it again.
You're an amazing mom and teacher.
She still didn't probably pay attention. That's okay. All right. The thing I would change in my past is...
It's hard. I mean, even the mistakes you've made, you learn from them and they make you who you are. So even like the really terrible things that you've gone through, they change you and they make you. So I
Can't really come up with one.
no.
What about when you burn the Red Sox hat and divorce them? 2003.
Okay, fine. After Aaron Boone hits his home run, I might have burned a Red Sox hat in my living room.
And a year later, we celebrated the championship.
I wrote a divorce letter via email to the Red Sox.
Which I think
that.
I still have. All right, that's good. Let's see. The most valuable church elder we have but yourself is, and obviously not me either. Obviously not me. Don't worry, none of them watch this.
Yeah, none of them are on Facebook except Londrigan, so I got to go with Mike.
Mike Londrigan? He competes with your jokes?
In all seriousness, I mean, Mike probably does more things for our church that people don't know about than the things that people do know about.
Yeah.
So the place would probably fall apart without him.
Yeah, that's true. He sweats a lot as well. If I could wave a wand and change one thing about our church building, it would be... This is going to be on tape, Darren. You can't blow it up. You got to change something.
I took my answer. The gas might cause that old building to be redone. The building.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's a ton of wasted space. Is there a way to reorganize it in such a way? I mean, we're kind of bursting at the seams with some of our programs. You know, can we make it more efficient?
So like have Chip and JoJo just come in and knock down walls and all that stuff.
Sure.
Best song ever is...
Are we going Christian or non-Christian? Because I
would say probably non, but if you really want to throw a Christian song out there.
Well, because you feel bad not saying the Christian one. You got to go with like the Amazing Grace or something like that. But then if I'm going to go, just within the secular world.
Yep.
Won't Get Fooled Again.
Won't Get Fooled Again. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. All right, favorite book of the Bible is. Don't say Romans. That's so pathetic. Hebrews. You said Hebrews, right?
Yeah, it's like the
I'm answering for him.
The trinity of my Bible picks would be Romans, Ephesians, and Hebrews. So I'll go with Hebrews.
All right, go with the Brews. Least favorite book of the Bible is, and we recognize it's all God's word, and we love it all. But like, what's the one that's like, oh gosh, really?
I gotta admit, I struggle with some of those Old Testament prophets where you read it and you don't remember a word you read, and you go, huh? All I know is they're getting judged. So I'd say Jeremiah, because it's like the other ones where they're getting judged, it's just a lot longer.
Yeah, that's for me Ezekiel, just kind of like,
same.
like, what is going on here with Ezekiel?
Yeah.
And it's really depressing. Lamentations maybe, but it's a little shorter, so you're all right.
But at least you got a good hymn out of it.
Yeah. Dumbest sport is, you're a big sports fan?
So,
you can say soccer if you want. Greg's not going to watch this.
Well, I was trying to think of something that was a sport, so that's what I was struggling with. Let's be honest, curling is just not a sport. Sweeping ice is not a sport. Like, come on.
It is pretty dumb. What about ski shooting? That's kind of weird, but it's pretty cool though.
Yeah, there's guns involved.
You're shooting on skis. All right. Favorite podcast that you listen to? You listen to a ton of podcasts. What's your favorite?
I'm a bit of an addict. I mean, I'd have to say Al Mohler's in the morning. It's news from a Christian perspective.
Called The Briefing, right?
Yeah. Given that I listen to that first pretty much every morning, it's hard for me to argue something.
If you love news, I would agree because you're gonna just get it 10-15 minutes, and it's from a Christian perspective, but it'll keep you up to date with what's going on.
Yeah, and I'm a 2-speed guy, so it's a 22-minute podcast that I do in 11 minutes.
So you can always do that too. Last one, best meal ever. Not necessarily your best meal, but best, like, if you could just give me this meal, what is it? He's a very picky eater.
No.
Not as bad as your daughter, but...
I mean, if I have a great New York strip...
I thought you were going to say Great Dane. I'm like, man, where are we, China?
Cut that out. a great New York strip with a like a pepper crust or rub with some garlic mashed potatoes.
No vegetables, or what do you do?
We
Salad?
can do salad.
All right.
I can roll with that.
All right. Dessert?
It's got to be something ice cream based,
Yeah,
or
I agree
creme
with that.
brulee. I mean, that's
Yeah.
pretty darn good.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. If you have any more questions that we want to try to get Darren stumped, we couldn't do it this time. Let us know. We need your questions. Submit them online, our Ask page on our website, or on our Facebook page, Twitter, email, in person, snail mail, send a courier, whatever you got to do. Give us your questions. That's what makes this show great. God bless you. We'll see you next week on Ask.